Why Andrew Tate is a good modern-day role model. Andrew Tate is an American-British former professional cruiserweight kickboxer, sports commentator, and businessman, who has a net worth of $350 million US as of 2022. Let's not forget the fact that this man started from zero.
Do you remember when we didn't have a penny?
Right.
15 grand for dinner? We never had 15 grand in our savings account in our lives.
Man.
Do you remember that time we were living off those 10p packs of noodles for 2 weeks?
And in his 20s, has been digging in local fast food trash cans for food just to get by.
When I was 21, me and Andrew used to have no food. I used to drive my broken Volkswagen Golf to the KFC restaurant in Dunstable, United Kingdom, and I used to sit in my car. And you couldn't ever eat anyone's leftover food if they ever had their mouth on it, but at KFC they used to buy buckets. And I would sit and wait for people to sit outside, eat their meal, and leave the bucket on the table. And I used to go and take that bucket, 3 or 4 pieces of chicken, and I used to collect 20, 30, 40 pieces of chicken that were perfectly fine left in the buckets. And I used to go home and I used to freeze that chicken. And me and Andrew would break it up, put it in our rice, and that was our meal. That's what sustained us for that hard year, that year we had when I was 21 and you were 22. That's how broke we were. I used to scavenge chicken from KFC because I thought, fuck it, I'm not dying, and I'm not losing my kickboxing fights because I don't have enough protein. What am I going to do to make it through the day? That's how broke I was.
His achievements are proof of what hardworking, disciplined men can achieve. Now, I would like to touch the first point in this, his motives. What I've personally noticed in the last 2-3 years, especially since the addition of shorts format like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, etc., it's like they are trying so hard to distract us from our lives and degenerate us from what we used to be. You might ask, Andrew Tate uses shorts formats as well, so why wouldn't he be considered as another distraction? Well, my answer to that is, what does he have to gain from all this? He has more money than he knows what to do with. Unlike most shorts creators who do content to waste your time or distract you from life, and Hustlers University makes around $5,390,000 monthly, and that's something he could easily generate with his other businesses. So, why does he try so hard to be mainstream? Some could say fame, some could say money. But does it matter in the end? What he's trying to do is help men and women better themselves. Most of the things he says are backed up with old traditions that have worked for thousands of years. And the people who disagree with him aren't exactly people who you could call your role models. So maybe in the end, he's really trying to help this world somehow by reminding it of the older ways when things used to be better? Maybe. Another point I'd like to touch is I feel like the internet is full of lifeless snowflakes these days. People who get offended from the slightest things and are willing to send you death threats, leak your private information. Even so, Andrew Tate has this absolute don't give a fuck attitude that I love. He's in a sense fearless. He's unbreakable, unpenetratable. He speaks his mind to the fullest, which most influencers these days are too afraid to do. Issue being the snowflakes I mentioned. You might ask, why are they afraid? Well, the issue is simply money and fame. These people would rather silently farm your views with lies they don't believe, rather than tell you the harsh cold truth. They're willing to support the dumbest causes for a single more penny in their wallets. They don't care about me, you, or anyone other themselves.